This is why the wife was never the problem. No matter how he may have spun the narrative, tearing her down was a part of the manipulation, homegirl, to get you wide open so he can keep having his way with you. And now, sis, you're realizing it wasn't even worth it. Hey guys, in today's video, we're talking about what really happens when the side chick thinks she won, only to realize she inherited a man who was never a prize to begin with. So many women think it's a flex to one up another woman by being the other woman. They take pride in believing they're so special, like he's straying from his marriage for them. But let's be real. If a man can have 1 foot in one relationship and 1 foot out of a committed relationship, that's not a man that you want, side chick. Like, come on now. Psychology even proves that men who cheat on their wives are often emotionally immature. They score low on empathy, communication, and conflict resolution. Now, ask yourself, does this really sound like a prize to you? I mean, I know I'm not the only one that's like thinking like, how do you think that you really won by being with a man that is with already another woman? It's crazy to me, but hey, I'm not saying that temptation doesn't exist. We all get tempted. We are human. But women in love, we think about the other person before we act because we care. So ask yourself this. Can you really build a happy ending with a man who couldn't even delay gratification for his wife or you? It's not that you're so irresistible, it's that he's impulsive. This man lives for the moment and doesn't weigh consequences. And when the novelty of you wears off, he'll be distracted by the next pretty young thing, just like he was when he left his wife. So here's what the wife knows that the mistress doesn't. He's not a prize. He's a pattern. Sometimes we as women still hold out on hope. We think maybe he'll come to his senses. That's why I do think Melody tolerated the early years of disrespect. She still had hope, and that's understandable. A lot of us do. A lot of women do. A lot of us want to make things work. But eventually, the switch flips. You realize the juice ain't even worth the squeeze. So you step aside. You let somebody else do all the heavy lifting, all that shaping and molding, trying to make him to a better man, putting on a shoe that's never on a fit. You just realize and you decide that you hand them both the chaos that they chose without fighting, begging, or explaining. And in that, you surrender. You win. You got your peace back. So Melody did just that. She pivoted, she glowed up, and she stopped trying to save a man who didn't want to be saved. Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. Because here's what Melody knew. It wasn't Martell who made her shine. It was her light that made him look like a great catch. And once she took that light back, he was just a man with bad habits and poor character. The side chick inherited all of that. The narcissism, the selfishness, the impulsiveness, and now she, Coleslaw, has to deal with it. And it's crazy because I'm sure in the beginning, Coleslaw thought Melody was the boring wife, the wife that don't do tricks and flips and this and that. She probably thought he cheated because she couldn't keep him happy. But now, I guarantee you she sees Martell for who he really is. Coleslaw is over there probably saying the same things that Melody said to Martell. Remember how Melody spazzed out and said, you should have kept your pen in the household. I bet you Coleslaw is having those same exact moments with Martell every other day, if not every week. Because Martell is still Martell. He will still put his ego first. He still needs to be right. And as long as his needs are being met, he has no motivation to grow. He has no motivation to change and be the type of man that you want him to be. But here's the thing also. If he didn't fight to keep his wife, he's not going to fight to keep you either, Coleslaw. If he didn't fight, if he didn't work on himself, like, okay, things aren't going right in my household or how I feel like they should be. Let me try to make this right with the woman I made vows to. What do you think is in store for you, sis? He didn't go to counseling. He didn't do the work. He didn't communicate or build closeness with his wife. He put more energy into sneaking around with you, the side chick, than he did into saving his own home. So if he did the bare minimum to keep his marriage, like again, in front of friends and family he made vows to, before God, if he did the bare minimum when it came down to that, don't expect him to give you maximum effort in this situationship. It's not going farther than the backyard, okay? Honestly, truly. This is why the wife was never the problem. No matter how he may have spun the narrative, tearing her down was a part of the manipulation, homegirl. to get you wide open so he can keep having his way with you. And now, sis, you're realizing it wasn't even worth it. So, in summary, the power is letting go. To any woman who has walked away from a triangle, a lover, a side chick type of situation, whether it's in a relationship or even if you had to walk away from a friendship or any dynamic where you were being disrespected, when someone was trying to get you to compete for their affection, you did the right thing. People who are for you don't even put you in those positions to begin with, that sit up here and make you doubt your worth. Disrespect is the clarity. The disrespect from that person is the clarity. And when you release it, you make space for the love, peace, and loyalty you deserve. Like John Legend said, save room for my love. Save room for that real love that you actually deserve. So that's all I had to say to that. That's all I wanted to talk about. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Because, some people really think they won because they got your leftovers. Like, girl, you will soon find out. The bark wasn't worth the bite. Like, you will see. People have to learn the hard way. They're about to realize they want nothing but stress, regret, and spiritual backlash. And that's all I wanted to say. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Well, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Again, we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So let's get it. Thank you again so much for listening, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. And remember, this is the whole point I want y'all to leave with. It wasn't Martell who made Melody shine. It was her light that made him look like a catch. Like, people don't really understand the refining that a wife does for her husband. That is why he's so appealing, because he had got that womanly touch, that womanly transformation. Okay? That's it. By himself, you wouldn't even look at him no other way. But it's a woman's light that be making. See, that's what the Bible say. The man that finds a wife finds a good thing. Because when a woman enters a man's life, it's up for him. And then it's also up for the woman if she chooses with her head and also her heart. And I say her head because, we can have that type of glow up experience too by being connected with the right man for us, but we have to make sure he's not going to dim our light, that he's encouraging us, that he's not trying to compete with us, that he feels fulfilled within himself. So he's not trying to, get validation from side chicks and outside influences. So, that's all I really, really, really wanted to say. But okay, I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.
Met Synquette, man, the girl was heaven sent. Met Synquette, man, the girl was heaven sent.